Start out with a glass bowl with some hot water in it. My lousy hot water heater at the house, I run hot water out of the tap and then microwave it for about 1.5 minutes. You don't want it boiling, you just want it that, well yeah, that'd be hot in the shower hot. So now down to the garage. Okay, as the other video very adequately showed how to take off the carburetors. Of course, the upper radiator, I've got the upper radiator disconnected. I don't have it taken off. Its mounting screw is still on there. I find that's easier for me. I use a short stubby screwdriver to get the heat shield off. Of course, you know, you always got to stand on your head to disengage the throttle cables. But what we want to do now is we want to go ahead and take all 4 boots off. Okay, and the easiest way to do this is to just loosen the rings up to the point where they just slide right off the boot, and you set all 8 rings off to the side. Right here on the shifter pedal is shifter peg's a good place. Keeps them all together. Taking the boots off, in some places it's going to be very easy. You don't want to dig into them with a screwdriver. You just want to work them. You can go up into the inside of the boot if you've got clearance enough. You do not want to damage the separator part of the boot though. So just work it slowly. They will come off. Alright, now you remember our bowl of hot water? Yeah, it's still hot. Just set these little puppies down here in this hot water. Give them a little shake to get the air bubbles off. And we're going to let those soak for a little bit. And this is just, they're not going to become really soft and really pliable, but they'll become workable. If you, all possible, buy a new set of boots. Alright, so I'm going to take the boots out of the water. Now if you take a look here, they're a little soft. Got a little bit of springiness to them. And that's about all you're going to get on these used boots. So I'm going to take them out of the water and proceed to dry them off. Back up a little bit, give me in the picture. Then you can zoom in. Alright, one thing you want to look at on your boots is 2 of them is going to have an indentation of a nut. And that's for your, one's going to be up here on cylinder 3, and one's going to be down here, cylinder 2. You just want to line those up the way they're supposed to be. Now one thing that you want to do, coat the inside of these with some oil. That's going to help them slide into place a lot easier. And make sure that you use the same oil that the bike is spec for. In this case, 10W40. So I'm going to stick this up here, and I'm going to take my little trusty rubber mallet, because it's not going to hurt anything. And I'm just going to tap it into place. It's going to walk around on me a little bit, but it eventually will go on the way it's supposed to. And just make sure it's nice and snug. Okay, that's another one of the nutted ones. I said nutted. The ones on cylinders 2 and 4, you do not pound down. Not yet.
The tube marked by the red arrow is a vent tube. The top end of it does not connect to anything.
Okay, so now we're going to take the carb rack and we're going to delicately, ever so gently, work it back into place. Don't force it, just let it go. You'll have to bend your little vent tube down. And what am I catching on there? Hello, Mr. Spark Plug Wire. If need be, just go ahead and disconnect your spark plug wires on cylinders 2 and 4. Get them out of the way. Can make life easier. Like I said, just don't be in a hurry with this. It will go in. Just remember, these things are much easier to take out than they are to put back in. And I'm just going over here to put this loose boot back up here temporarily. Like I said, cylinders 2 and 4, the boots don't go on yet. Get it set up for cylinders 1 and 3, which is the rear cylinders. Leave your clamps loose on your collars. Cylinders 1 and 3 sleeves are pushed all the way on. Cylinders 2 and 4 are not. If you can tell this, let me get the flashlight in here. You see how it's tilted towards the front of the bike. That's where you want both of those to be. But we're not going to get those in there on the first shot. Alright, I'll show you why.